everyone who doesn't know you, just introduce yourselves, because obviously I'm Fazer. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi. Alex.
Pasco.
Pasco.
Nice to meet you.
So
nice to meet you.
how long have you been, doing your thing in music?
I'll let you open up.
I've been doing my thing in music, performing for a couple of years, playing for a lot longer than that.
Whereabouts have you been playing? Is it all around London or is it outside London?
Yeah, I've been playing, played in Brazil while I was out there, played in New Zealand while I was out there, and in London, just around Battersea, West End, Camden.
You're based over here though?
I'm based in London now, yeah, I've been based here for the last 2 years.
And how would you describe your style?
Well, the project that we've just set out on, this was our first show, and a few things in and where. So both of us have been been in bands before, and we work together on our current day jobs. And so we put this we put it together. It's a good little
So
it's
you
a good
work
little
together
blend.
obviously on.
Yeah, but I mean.
Write your own songs.
Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely.
But style-wise, just to I never really answered your question.
No, go on, sorry.
It's no, cool.
Yeah,
no worries. It's I mean
You come from a different sort of background musically.
Well, I do. I like to think of myself to be pretty eclectic. But yeah, I'm rapping and Pasco's singing and playing. And it's a good little vibe that we've got going. It is. It's not too drastically different that it's going to throw people off. But it's a nice little sort of niche that I think we're fashioning at the moment.
So the performance went well. I didn't get to see it, but I'm sure.
Oh, you missed out.
I'm sure.
Well, it was alright.
Why is it just alright?
Because firstly, I couldn't hear any of that. So.
But it's all practice, isn't it?
Well,
everything that you do, all the gigs you do.
Well, ideally, I think people again they certainly like to get the practice in prior to the gig, and not let the actual gig be the practice. But yeah, nevertheless, of course, it's a learning curve. But you just weren't happy on a few things.
I wasn't happy with the fact that we couldn't hear my guitar, and I forgot the words.
That's
one of the verses.
We'll have to see.
For a first show, playing 2 songs as an actual little unit, it was good fun. And I hadn't been on stage for a while. I was in and out of bands for 10 years, and it's been about 7 months, which is a long time by the standards that I'd set. And so I was raring to go. I was itching.
To get out there again.
It was good fun.
Obviously, who's been inspiring you to?
Over the years, you sort of said I'm sort of labelling me as just a one-sided prism.
I didn't say that. I said
that's what I extrapolate, Pasco.
You come from a different musical background.
A different elk. Yeah, no, fair play.
You come from more.
Fine.
Explain your music.
Strengths and differences. Remember that.
Yeah, no, sure.
So,
let me digress. Everything really. I know it's kind of a bit broad, and I will sort of elaborate a little. I assure you. Hip hop was my first passion. From there, I'm classically trained. I used to be clever, and so I got a scholarship into a decent school. I was ever so poor coming from Peckham, and so got into there, and then
life's a story, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. I made my bones. Formative years, as far as actual bands go, it's been hard rock. Never anything too heavy, not metal or scream or anything. Always a melody. But yeah, for the bands I've been in hard rock. But for me, my own my full-time hobbies and my projects, mostly hip hop. I play piano, and that's my favourite instrument. So, but artists, Nas, Stevie Wonder, Brandon Newman.
A fair mix. Not just one genre.
I'm a big bag. What about you?
Well, I grew up listening to Elvis, Eric Clapton, Bob Marley.
So it's a good mix.
And then I got heavily into hip hop when I was a teenager, and it's all been blues, soul, reggae based, and then hip hop. Obviously, I listened to for years and years, and now it's kind of it's kind of black original black music, origins of.
It's very Mobo.
Very Mobo.
It's so Mobo. It's so Mobo. I think in general, musicians for the most part, in the same way, if you only ever eat one type of food, your palate would be not that refined.
That's a good way of explaining that, actually. Yeah.
Thank you. And so to take in all you can, and just don't don't sort of shut yourself off.
No, I mean, from travelling, I listen to a lot of like African music, a lot of Brazilian, Latin American music. I enjoy percussion music a lot. I think percussion completes the sound.
It makes something, yeah.
Especially with the music I listen to anyway. I mean, of course, like in some cases with metal, obviously, it doesn't really, don't need it, but
yeah. And saying about percussion as well, I think in this instance, like where we're potentially shopping for, you know, some new like, you know, some more people to get on board of the subjects we've broached, like we said, maybe about percussion. You don't necessarily want like I think definitely not like a beat, like an actual like a drum or anything. But maybe just like some sort of piano, some percussion.
Check out Butcher Beats, who are actually performing tonight as well.
What a nice link you just did
what
there.
What a lovely link. Butcher Beats are on.
It's clearly not her first rodeo, you know.
So you know, that's what Music is Life is about. Obviously, bringing everyone together. Yeah. So you know, putting them all in one venue and just bringing the music together. So and just to round it off, to what extent do you agree with the term music is life? What does that mean to you?
It is. I mean, music's in everyone's life, no matter what you know, where they come from, what they listen to. Everybody enjoys listening to music, you know, and that's a fact. So music is in everybody's life.
Yeah.
And you know, and it accentuates different moods of people, and you know, brings out memories and stuff back from the past. Some good, some bad, obviously, but you know, it's got history and future, and it's alive. It's alive.
And I think, like, I mean, wherever your art, like, it just, you know, it can make a moment, you know, it really can make something. Film, case in point, you're actually street fundraisers, people that you perhaps try and avoid sometimes.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
No, I really
You're supposed to say no.
No, I don't do it.
With
you know, it's kind of
do you have like a default technique, like where you get on the phone,
yeah,
or like
when you get
or
on
like
the
parlez-vous?
I talked to the guy back there. I talked to the guy back there.
You kind of try not to give him eye contact.
Yeah.
It's a special technique for everyone at home, and then you just bring out the phone.
Yeah. Well, maybe quite up to this, you know, this par, but nevertheless, don't avoid fundraisers. Don't be like that. You know, we're all right. We're really honest.
So nice to meet you.
You too.
Alex and Pasco.
Very nice to meet you.
What can we see from you in the future, just to tell the guys?
So much.
Well, we're gonna rehearse more.
We're keep working. And this is, as I say, we're like a fetus, right? You know, as far as a project goes.
We expand with guitars, keys, percussion, whatever we find that we feel that we need to add to it.
But I think with the foundations we've laid.
Pasco, music is life.
I'm Alex, music is life.